Well, how you loving, how you loving, how you loving? It is time for Freedom TV. I am your host, or maybe, I don't know, maybe your friend on this journey. I am Reverend Valerie Love. I say that every day. Uh, they call me the divine midwife of soul destiny. They also call me Kaisi. And I'm thankful to be here, a teacher for the transcendence of humanity. Thankful that my soul signed up for this. Ooh, Joe Jet, how you loving? I haven't seen you in a minute. How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? Hey, family, come on in, come on in, come on in. This is all about why you don't finish things. Can I get all up in your grill today? Oh, it's about to be on. It's about to be on because this morning, as I was walking outside, I received the inspiration. Austin, how you loving, boo? I received the inspiration today. Let me show you my witch pillow. The Witch is in. Christian Witch and the author of soon-to-be 20 books on practical spirituality. How you loving? How you loving? Pick up the books at ValerieLove.com. How you loving? Why we don't even start? Oh, that's a good one, Pat. That is a good one. I'm doing well. I was traveling. Ooh, traveling. Ooh, Joe, I jet to some delicious locations. OMG, I pray to be so empowering today and every day and inspiring. I'm praying it. Oh, you feeling the hair? Oh, thank you, Marlo. Thank you, Marlo. OMG. So, why you don't finish things? And this is not, hey Dorothy, how you loving? Mwah. Welcome to all our channel members. We love you, we appreciate you, and we thank you for being producers and co-producers and executive producers on the channel, because you are supporting the channel and creating better and better and better content all the time. Better and better and better content. So today we're going to talk all about you and your amazing creations and why you don't finish things. Oh, love the colors. Yay! Thank you. I got your, what's that, JL? I don't know. Is that book? What is that? I'm not sure what it is. I didn't see, I don't know what the symbol is. Smash up the likes. Smash that like button, baby. That shares all around YouTube. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you know when we go live, which we do every day while we're in this global meditation that is book. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. Please be so kind if you would and leave us a review. Let me know what your thoughts are. I love to hear the feedback from the books. Please do. And then that helps other people who are looking at buying the books. It helps them to also make a buying decision when they read the reviews. Because I read reviews, before I make a buying decision. If the reviews are so informative, aren't they? The reviews are really good. So I love reviews. So if you would be so kind, leave us a review. Let us know how you're using the book and what it means to you and what you're doing with it. Love to hear that. Love to hear that. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm so thankful that we're doing this together as a global community. Let's talk about why you don't finish things and how we can change it. Because anytime that Spirit points out to us something that we're doing, me included, I'm included in this conversation, okay? I'm the messenger. And usually the messenger needs to take the message first and foremost. So I'm the messenger. And this morning as I was walking, I received a message from Spirit about why you don't finish things. I'm like, ooh, this is delicious. Because I'm always asking inspiration. What am I to speak on today, Spirit? I'm yours, God. What am I to say this day? So I'm always asking that. Or simply not even asking for it in words. More being open and receptive to, and still, to whatever spirit realms is putting forth. And then something will catch, something will download. Here's why you don't finish things. There are a few reasons. The first reason is you have a compromised or unbalanced or inactivated or deactivated solar plexus. Please put it in the chat. Solar plexus. Your solar plexus is compromised. A compromised solar plexus, because everything is energy. This is a spirituality channel and everything is energy. Woo! We got a new member! Lord. Hallelujah. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. And you get access to all the members only content here on the channel. Enjoy, 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 enjoy. And thank you for being such a wonderful support for the channel. I so love that. So love it. So love it. Welcome all the members. Because Marlo and Ujo Wajet have been around for a long time on the channel. So they are, I mean, OGs, original gangsters. Okay? Ah, we got another member! Come on, I know that's right. Member in the vortex, member in the vortex, member in the vortex. Love it. Come on. Y'all bringing a high vibration up in here. Y'all bringing a high vibration up in here. I love it, love it, love it. Mwah. Welcome, members. Welcome. I love you and appreciate you. You are so loved and appreciated. So, why you don't finish things? Compromised solar plexus chakra. Put it in the chat and then I have a story for you. So, excuse me. My body is throwing off something, so pardon the little cough that I've had over the last couple of days. Getting better and better. I got a story for you about a compromised solar plexus chakra. Hold on, water. Water. I have water around here somewhere. Water. Where did I put my water? Be right there. Where did I put my water? Good Lord, I'm looking crazy out here in these streets. Wait a minute, be right there. Thanks for being patient with me. Child, I'm a little turn around today. Where did I put my water? Oh, it's back. Got my water. I was really hoping that I would not get up today for any reason because my outfit do not match. Do you see what a witch got on today? Child, let me tell you. I'm getting myself together. Why you got on leopard pants and a tie-dye top, child? I was hoping. I was like, dang, look at this. But I look from here up, it's together. The earrings, the lipstick. I made even the eyeshadow work this. Then from the waist down, it goes to another direction. From the waist up, I'm hippie. From the waist down, I'm in Africa somewhere with the animal print. Whatever. That's just crazy Kaisi. Let me get some water. Okay, back to the message at hand. Okay, I'm good now, y'all. I'm good. Compromised solar plexus chakra. Oh, you like my daughter calls it something like clashing patterns, or there's a word for it when you put things together that don't match. They had a style name for it. But people come up with style names for things when they don't have nothing better else to do and they put it together in their closet and then they come up with a name for it. But anyway, I have a story. So I get to coach amazing clients all over the world. And I was coaching a client and she told me this incredible story. And this story was how her solar plexus became compromised. Now, excuse me, while of course I cannot tell you the details of the story, the bottom line of the story was that she was continually hit in the belly when she was younger. It is a gruesome story. Some of these stories are very gruesome of what we have experienced on the earth plane, right? Excuse me. And in some of these gruesome stories, they've left energetic residue in the energy body, right? There are 7 sheaths around your body, your physical body. And in these 7 energy layers of the body, They each correspond to a chakra. And all of this stuff is still stuck and active or misshaped in the energetic body. If you could take a picture of yourself like they do with aura pics, right? We used to go to get those aura pics sometimes. But you can look at yourself in the mirror and you can, and it sort of dim your eyes a little bit and you can see your own aura. You will see that there are dents, blocks, discolorations, disfigurations, incoherent energy patterns in this auric field that when it sits there and it is, okay, let's talk about these 7 energy layers of the body. One of these energy layers of the body is the etheric layer. The etheric layer is closest to your body and is sort of like a blueprint of your body, and it's actually shaped like your body, even though as they go out, they're more not shaped like your body. They're more shaped like an egg, like an oval shape. Then you have another body that is called the etheric template or the etheric double. This is a very high level blueprint of the body. So now let me ask you a question. If either in the etheric level or any of the other levels of the body, if you have an energy misshapen in there, something stuck, stagnant, that is going to eventually, and if this is what is the blueprint for your body, then that information is going to come through as the blueprint for your body misshapen. And here we have the beginnings of all manner of dis-ease in the body temple. You don't just pop up and have something when the doctor told you you had it. It was already in the energetic system for decades, maybe eons, maybe lifetime over lifetime. Karmic patterns, energy currents that run through families that make it genealogy. And then they say cancer runs in your family. No, it don't. Unforgiveness runs in your family. Okay? Now, because she was continually hit in the stomach, where's your solar plexus? Right there, the core, your central sun, your core, which is supposed to be strong and solid. Most people have a weak core, a compromised solar plexus. So because she was continually hit in the solar plexus as a young child, her solar plexus became compromised. And what lives in the solar plexus? Your will. Ooh. The will. What is will? Will is not power. Will is not strength. Will is the impetus, the divine impetus to get things done. You see, in the solar plexus, your will and the will of God is one and the same will. Come on, I know that's right. Woo! Money in the vortex! Money in the vortex! Come on, family. Hello. Woo! Love it. Billionfold return to you and all our super chatters and all our members. Billionfold return to everyone. So, this solar plexus chakra, yellow in color, becomes compromised because of perhaps Ain't that what it is, right? We think these different ailments run in our family. No, anger runs in our family. Yeah, we got plenty of that. So we get to clear these karmic patterns. We get to clear the genealogy. We get to clear the bloodline. That's your job, is to lift the whole bloodline. See, when you heal yourself, when I'm healed, I'm never healed alone. When you heal yourself, you're lifting the whole bloodline. When you heal yourself, you're lifting the whole planet. Yes, when you heal yourself, you're lifting all the souls that have ever been on the planet. Just heal yourself, that's all. That's all that's required. Everyone else heals automatically. Christ said, as I be lifted up, I draw all men unto me. Isn't that the truth? As I be lifted up. Stop trying to fucking lift up other people and you ain't even lifted yourself up yet. Put your oxygen mask on first. Lift yourself. As I be lifted up, I draw all men unto me. This is an energetic statement of vibration. Christ was teaching law and vibration and the laws of the universe, and they crunched it down and put it into the Bible and made it oatmeal or cream of wheat. You remember all those little cereals, those little porridges they used to give us when we were kids because we couldn't eat regular food? They mashed it down and made it baby food. If you take the high order, high level things that Christ is teaching, they're so far beyond church, it's not even funny. All master teachers are teaching us something so far beyond anything you could even put in a book. You can't even put this in a Bible. You can't put it in a book because it is not possible to even write it in words. The words are pointers to the thing, not the thing. Now, because she was continually hit in the stomach and she experienced trauma after trauma after trauma in the solar plexus, this energy center within the body at the core, yellow in color, the central sun, S-U-N, S-O-N, within every being, where indeed your will and the will of God is the same will. There's no sky god that wants you to do something that has some overbearing will and you have to do it. That's God's will for me. Let me trudge on. Listen, you can either live, this came to me this morning, you can either live by inspiration or obligation, but you can't live by both. I chose inspiration. You can either live by inspiration or you can live by obligation, but you can't live by both. Pick one. Obligation is some big old sky god that has a book of life, and if you ain't in the book of life, we know the story. It's a story. They made it up. And make up your own story, or better yet, drop all stories and come home to truth. Now, what do you do to fix it? That's the big issue. What do you do to correct this problem? You will have to go within. That's always the beginning, right? Go within or you'll go without. You will go within and you will meditate on the solar plexus chakra. Swathe yourself in yellow. Burn yellow candles. Make a whole yellow room. Everything's got to be yellow. I go deep in. When I do these things, I'm fanatical. I just go all the way. I go ham, as my kids say. You know, man, mom is in beast mode. Yes, because I have to take care of this issue. Can't fucking finish things. You go into meditation. You focus all your awareness on the solar plexus chakra, yellow in color. And you simply meditate on this chakra. And this is what I do. I speak the names of God into the chakras. Now, how do I do this? Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Sidkenu, Jah, Allah, God, which is the sound of creation, as we know is Om. Om is So lovely, so lovely. Say it now. Aum. And when you connect with see, they're all distinct. They're working on different aspects of your energy system. It's not just om, 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 om. No. That's for babies, but this is how the master does it. The master understands the distinction. There are 3 sacred sounds here, not one. Now, when I went to India with the master teacher, Dr. Pillai, look him up right here on YouTube. That's where I found him. Well, I didn't find him that way. Spirit brought me to him. Anyway, Dr. Pillai is sitting at the feet of this master and in many temples with this master throughout India. What an experience. Mind-blowing. But that's a story for another day. You can see the India videos right here on the channel. Dr. Pillai teaches that when you intone just say it, and when you continue to chant this is a vowel, this is the first vowel in the English language, right? E-I-O-U, right? Or A. You see, is that first sound, that preliminary sound. That sound puts you in contact with the, listen carefully, the ah beings. Put it in the chat. The Ah beings. It is a whole dimension. Ah is an entire dimension of its own. And in the Ah dimension, as in all dimensions, there are entities, spirits, energies of that dimension. And in the Ah dimension, where the Ah beings live, inhabit, if you continue to intone Ah, you are connecting with this Ah dimension, and you are creating a channel through which you can now receive help and support from these Ah beings. Look up Dr. Pillai, he'll teach you all about it. Next, ooh. You already make all these sounds all the time. You having a good time sexing your boo. It's like, ah, ooh, You're already doing it. You're making all the sounds of creation naturally. You eat some food, You see, is the sound of the earth on its axis. If you listen to all, go to the astronomy, not even astrology. Go to the astronomy websites. They don't even believe in spirituality. They're all about science. The sun is making a sound, and you can listen to the sound of the sun. The sun has a sound. The earth has a sound. Earth Mother's sound is this sound. So this is not a video about sacred sound. This is a video that is connected to sacred sound because all these things are connected. This is a video about your solar plexus and tuning it up so that you can be an initiator in your life. And when you set out to do something, you'll either finish it or you'll complete it. Let's now talk about the distinction between finish and completion. Two different things. Two different things. And this is another reason why we don't finish things, because we get finish and complete mixed up. Finish means you must complete the entire circuit that you began. I eat a plate of food, I have to finish the food. That means I finish everything on the plate, I consume all the food. Complete is I am done with this experience. So my mother used to tell us, finish all your food. They didn't know any better. They thought they were helping us. Finish all your food, finish all your food. And they got to determine how much food we were gonna eat, right? Because your mom puts your food on your plate when you're a little kid based on what she thinks you're supposed to eat. Your body already knows what it wants to eat and what it doesn't want to eat. That's why when I had Corey Evans, the artist, C. Evans, look him up. When I had Corey Evans, my first child, my son, he went through this phase. Maybe you have seen kids go through this phase where all he wanted to eat was fish sticks. He just loved these fish sticks and French fries. Like, fish stick, no, fish stick. He was like 2 or something like that. I was like, oh God, why did we ever even introduce this kid to fish sticks? Fish sticks, oh my goodness. No, Corey, eat some banana. Yeah, fish sticks. And we had to just keep bringing out the fish sticks and the French fries. I mean, I was not a good eater back then, so hence my kids were not good eaters. And when I took him to the doctor for, I was still in the matrix. When I was in the matrix, I took him to the doctor, and the doctor said, there are 2 things that children control that you have no control over as a mother. And I always remember this. He said, what they put in and what they put out. They're in control of that. And all you do is just put out good, healthy, delicious food and let them pick as they may, because children know what they need instinctively. And I was like, that is brilliant. I'm going to do that. Then all I started doing was leaving out grapes, little healthy snacks, carrots and things like that. And sure enough, he would just graze and pick up what he wanted to eat. And then we were able to get away from like the fish sticks and French fries, because it was just always things out. But now if I asked him, he would say fish sticks. But if I just put out a bunch of healthy stuff just along the way, he would just pick it up and eat it. Because of course he loved grapes, he loved this kind of fruit, that kind of fruit. And then that's how we were able to navigate out of that. I say that to say this, that we were talking about hold on. Let me get the exact train. Okay. So, okay. Either way, I don't know what we were talking about on that. I don't know how we got to that, but this is what I do want to say about this. Oh, finish. Thank you. Thank you. I had to ask the all beings for some help. What was I talking about? Finish versus complete. The plate. So parents do not know. That's the point of that story. Parents do not know what children are supposed to be eating. Stop trying to figure it out. You don't know. Just put things out that are good and healthy and wonderful for the children. Put peaches on the table, put bananas, put fruit, put carrots, put string beans, whatever. It's a whole big variety, like God did for us. God just put a whole bunch of stuff out here. You just walk around you pick a mango from the tree, you eat it. You pick a banana, you eat it. You pick a fig, you eat it. God didn't tell you this is what you're supposed to eat today and da-da-da. You know, they have a story about manna in heaven, but that's another thing. The bottom line of it is this. She used to tell us, finish your food on your plate. And you know how kids know how to play with food. And we lived on the 5th floor in this walk-up building on Sugar Hill. Yes, I was listening to the Sugar Hill gang the other day because I'm from Sugar Hill. We grew up on Sugar Hill in Harlem. So we're living on Sugar Hill. We first came home to 8th Avenue. When I first came home from the hospital, we came home to an apartment on 8th Avenue, which was my grandmother's apartment. But when my mother got married, we moved, when I was about 7, we moved to Sugar Hill, and that's where I grew up. So Sugar Hill gang and all of that, right? So I grew up in Harlem. So when we got to, okay, let's back up a little bit. We lived on the 5th floor in a building. And in this particular building on Sugar Hill, there was a window. And the kitchen window had an alley to the side. So me and my brother, at this time when we were living there, it was only me and my brother. My other brother and my other sister were not born yet. Me and my brother would play with our food, play with our food, play with our food. You know how kids do. When my mother and father left the kitchen, because we knew they would leave the kitchen, everybody sat around the kitchen table, had dinner together. There was no TV that you would watch all the time. The TV turned off at 11 or 12 o'clock at night anyway. It just signed off. And you just have those rainbow lines going up and down on the TV. Maybe y'all remember that, but I know the millennials are like, what is she talking about right now? TV goes off, like off. But anyway, so there was no TV in the kitchen. There was no radio or anything like that around. There was no technologies. We had one phone. It was on the wall. It had a long cord to it. I know this sounds like something from the Stone Ages, but that's what it was. So we're sitting in the kitchen, and we knew Mom and Dad would eat their food. We would talk, what happened in school today, da-da-da. People actually used to talk over dinner with no devices. I know, strange, right? So we would be talking and whatnot, communing, family dinner every night. And then when we finished our dinner, there was no fast food. There wasn't no going to McDonald's or nothing like that, right? And then when we finished dinner, Mom and Dad would be like, okay, you know who's cleaning, washing the dishes today? It was either me or my brother. And Mom and Dad would be finished, and we would still be messing around our food. Brussels sprouts, I hated. Okra, I hated. Liver, I hated. I had my things that I hated. And I would just swirl them around. You know how you kind of spread the food out to make it look like it's less, but it's still the same amount of Brussels sprouts there. And it's like, I cannot even get these Brussels sprouts like past my throat chakra. I cannot do it. But you know, my mom was like, you gonna eat them Brussels sprouts. Oh, Lord Jesus, Mom, can we just go to the cookies? Can we please just go to the cookies that were actually in a cookie jar on the counter? So anyway, when Mom and Dad leave, all me and my brother used to do was just chuck the stuff out the window. We didn't finish it. Well, we were complete. Do we understand the distinction? I didn't finish it. I was complete. I was done with that experience. People keep thinking that they have to finish everything they start. And then that's why you don't finish. Because you think you have to finish everything. I started it. Obligation. Oh, well, what if you started school and you got into there 6 months later and realized, what the fuck is this? I don't want to be here. I'm complete with this experience. It's okay to then say, I'm complete with this experience. Wash your hand of it and go have the next experience. But people think, oh, you didn't finish school. What's wrong with you? Blah, blah. I'm complete. I didn't finish it. Okay, you pick up a magazine. Do you have to read the exact magazine from front to back, every single page of the magazine? Of course not. You pick up the magazine, you look at the parts that you want, You put it down, you are complete with that experience, but you didn't finish it. Life doesn't expect you to fucking finish everything you start. That would be a horrible life of obligation. Please, I hope I'm freeing some people right now. Holy Spirit, free us from thinking that we have to finish everything we start. Do you know how much shit I started that I haven't finished? And yet I am complete. I'm deliciously complete. I'm deliciously complete. Oh, okay. It's like tasting something. Oh, no. Okra. No. I'm not going to eat the rest of that. And chuck it back in the dirt, and it'll grow some more okra for people that love okra. Life does not expect you to finish all these things. Who's being relieved right now? Who's feeling like, weight is falling off? Who's feeling inspired? Who's feeling released from the obligation of finishing all these 50 million things? And when you get into the thing, the consciousness that you were when you started the thing, the consciousness that started the thing is not the same consciousness that's either going to finish it or complete it. Hold on. Pardon me. So why torture yourself? Yeah, come on, we're free. We're being free. Why torture yourself? It's not required. That's not required of you. It's not. We're going to end with this. Here is here's the charge of life. Do we want to know what the charge of life is? Oh, yay, you're here live. I'm so happy, Angel. Do you know what the charge of life is? Here's the charge of life. Please put this in the chat. Experiences, wisdom, compassion. Put it in the chat. In that order. Experiences, wisdom, compassion. Let's put it in the chat. Experiences, wisdom, compassion. Why is this the charge of life? Life wants you to have experiences. Experiences. At the end of your life, the one with the most experiences wins. That's why I'm just always having a whole bunch of experiences. Why? Because experiences give you wisdom. Give you an example. When it was time for me to go to India, that's an experience. It's an experience I've never had before. If you have a bunch of experiences you never had before, you are literally reshaping your entire consciousness. Okay, going to India. Never went to India before. Oh my goodness, wisdom, right? So I'm having this experience. I'm going to India. Wow. Multitude of experiences in India. New food. Wow. What is this? Now, when I was back in the United States and they were talking about tikka masala, that sounds good. You go to India and you eat tikka masala, wisdom. Because now you've done it. You've done it. That's why people that just talk about a bunch of shit that they've never done are airheads. They're fucking airheads. You ain't never done jack. Sit down and shut up until you're ready to get up and really have some experiences. Man, you ought to be on the playing field of your life, getting so dirty and with your hands and so in the game and so coming out looking like, man, when I finish this life, I'm going to come out of here spent. You ought to be spent because you just did every fucking thing. You can't break life. Go ahead and do it. Okay, so I'm in India. I'm having all these experiences. Oh my God, look at this, a peacock. How often does a peacock cross your path? Well, that was my mom, because my mom, that was her totem. And a peacock walked right in front of me and then flew up to the top of the house. Like we were in a resort, not a resort, pardon me, an ashram. And whoo, come on! Yes, a peacock. 1 billion fold return to all our super chatters. I never knew a peacock could. See, I never had that experience. What was my experience of peacocks? I saw them in the zoo. Growing up, you know, they took us to the little Brooklyn Zoo. They took us to the little zoo in New York City. The zoo is not, that's one experience. And then when you go to Africa and you see real monkeys, that's a whole nother experience. But you will look at the monkeys in the zoo. And if you don't have wisdom of experiencing monkeys in Bali, oh my God, at the sacred monkey forest, man, them monkeys are all over the place. They will grab something from you in a second. Man, monkeys have grabbed stuff from me. I'm just like, you know what, monkeys? I'm not dealing with y'all today. Man, them monkeys in Africa will grab your banana. Do not open up. Don't go to Kenya and think you're going to sit around somewhere and just eat some cookies or eat some bananas. Them monkeys will pimp you. Straight up grab your food. Don't play and eat it in front of you like whatever. And there's a whole rack of them, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Okay, the monkeys got my food. What the hell are you going to do? Nothing, right? Nobody's taking on a whole pack of monkeys. Nobody's doing that. The monkeys in every country I have ever seen monkeys going crazy, man, people let the monkeys do whatever they want, and they actually move out of the way of the monkeys. This is true in Bali. This is India. This is Africa. This is everywhere you see wild monkeys. They are having a ball. And these are our cousins. They're related to us. So if you didn't have that experience, if the only experience I had was monkeys in the zoo, I would draw my understanding from that. And my understanding would be that. Would it be the totality of life? Nowhere near it. But that's what my mind would be on. And your mind is so vast. Why keep it on one tiny little thing? Why just have the experiences that you've had? Why not have all the experiences that you can have? Because every time you have an experience, you're expanding your consciousness. So I have the experience of going to a Hindu temple. Wow. I have the experience of going to a Hindu temple in India. Then I go to another Hindu temple in India. That's a different experience. Then I go to another Hindu temple in India. That's a different experience. Because the Ganesha temple is different than the Shiva or Shakti temple. Then I go to a Hindu temple in the United States. That's different. Then I go to the temple in Bali. Different Hindu temples in Bali. That's different. Then I go to the Sacred Water Temple in Bali. That's different. See, these are experiences, and these are all transforming and expanding your consciousness. Like, wow. Now, guess what you have? You have wisdom. Why? Because you walked there, you experienced it, and now that became a part of you. You now have wisdom as to how some things work. And what does wisdom do? Wisdom always brings you to compassion. Always, always. That's why people that don't have a lot of experiences don't have compassion. You look at a Christian who has only been in the Christian church all their life and only knows the Bible and can spout to you every scripture in the Bible and has had no other experience. They're lacking in compassion. It's very clear to see why. It's very clear to see why. They haven't had any other experience in their own experience, and they think their own experience is right, and they think their own experience is the totality of life. When your fucking experience is probably 1% of the totality of life, if that. My experience is probably 0.0001 of all of life, all of existence. That's my experience. All I can have in my tiny little human mind. Come on now, there's so much more than that. So much more than that. So, because we have not had all these experiences, because we have not been able to actually viscerally be in the experience, right? I don't care how much you read about a sweat lodge. I don't care if you get 20 books about a sweat lodge. I don't care if you join 20 Facebook groups about a sweat lodge. I don't care if you watch 20 videos about a sweat lodge. Have you had the experience of a sweat lodge yet? No, so you don't have wisdom. You haven't done it. You haven't done it. But, oh man, you see people spout all this stuff about, well, you know, I read that. And those are the ones that always seem to want to spout so much. The people that ain't fucking doing it. The other people I think that are doing it, they don't really have time to talk so much about it because they're actually doing it. You get the choice. Either you're going to live your life or you're going to talk about living life. This is not a dress rehearsal, people. This is life. This is life. Live it. So, compromised, solar plexus chakra, haven't discovered yet that your will and God's will is one and the same. We talked about the solution to it. We talked about how to land in more compassion. And of course, if you have compassion, you will be able to, especially if you have compassion for yourself, you will be able to live from inspiration and not from obligation, and definitely not from desperation. Live from inspiration. You see a lot of people living from obligation and desperation. But we here, you and I, we live from inspiration. Yes. How delicious is that? Well, that's it, boys and girls and others. I don't want to just say brothers, sisters, brothers, and others, because not everybody is a brother or a sister. Everybody gets to pick what they want to be. That's your choice. I freaking love you. I freaking love you. Thank you. Mwah. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful God bless day. And I'll see you tomorrow on Freedom TV. ValerieLove.com. Peace. Kaisi out.